G'day guys, this is Captainoob with the Plasma Seeking Minigun. So this weapon is one from my Captainoob's Legendary mod, so if you want to download that after seeing what this thing can do, then you can go ahead and do that. So the Plasma Seeking effect is a pretty neat effect that I concocted out of my creativeness in my brain that makes you fire plasma-like projectiles, but since these things are actually listed as missiles in the creation kit, you can actually get them to seek targets like you would a regular old missile launcher, and for whatever reason the minigun doesn't like shooting through the fence there. But you don't have to lock on. As you can tell, you're firing a lot of plasma downrange and you can hit these turrets with ease. We'll go ahead and lock onto this one, take her out, and we'll go ahead and lock onto the next gunner person, and we can deliver her to hell on a platter of hot plasma. So obviously this thing is going to kick a lot of ass with the extra base damage that you get out of it, which is neat. So things like the minigun won't be too horribly bad with the plasma effect, which would usually be pretty underwhelming in its damage potential, so that's good. Now if I actually find that gunner, we can go ahead and shoot this one. Even the usually more tougher than not legendary gunners go down nice and quickly to this. Now the problem with the plasma seeking rounds is sometimes you do lock onto something but you feel like shooting at something else, and your bullets will obviously, or projectiles would obviously stray to the target which you are locked onto. So sometimes that can be a hassle, but if you're thinking about the combat and, you know, just thinking about it, you could just sort of single out which targets you need to hit, make sure that annoyance doesn't rear its ugly head. So we'll go on and kill these last couple of gunners here. So I say I wanted to shoot at the one up top, but I've previously locked onto the other one. See, it makes it a little bit hard to prioritize where you're going to hit, so just sort of having in mind what you're locked onto and what you need to lock onto and where your bullets will go when you fire is just a good way of sort of using this weapon as to not get that sort of drawback effect to it. Now the good thing about this is also when you lock on, it gets really good accuracy too. Don't have to worry about the bullets flying all over the place because they'll all magically seek the target. No need to worry about spread, so recoil heavy weapons with this perk should have no trouble taking on targets even at very far ranges as long as you can lock on. Let's go and test this on Swan. Alrighty, looks like Swan is currently engaged with a pack of Rust Devils yet again, so we'll go ahead and clear Swan and the remaining Rust Devils out. We'll go ahead and lock onto him, and you can see that this thing is going to be very, very accurate at range, and all the targets should hit him nice and easily. Again, with the minigun, one of its inherent positives of this weapon is that it's got a very big mag capacity, which will allow you to obviously spray a lot of bullets at your target between reloads, and, you know, provided you've got a high damage going, you can actually get really good DPS out of that. Using a standard minigun is probably not a good way to get the DPS up, but there are legendary effects in the vanilla game that definitely make it stronger. I don't think I have to mention which one is the best. So we'll go ahead and keep on shooting him. You see, as we're sort of locking onto him, aim down sights every couple of seconds, make sure we are, and no need to use this weapon in bats unless we desperately need it. But we can go ahead and keep on running away just to keep ourselves safe. Probably a good idea to sprint while reloading, and doing it in third person will allow us to do that, but we managed to get away nice and easily. So as you can tell here, the damage is pretty good and the DPS is high, but it's still taking a little bit of a while to kill Swan here. So unfortunately this thing isn't all powerful like some of the other legendary effects, but it definitely does the job against vanilla mobs. But against bosses, you're probably going to want to augment this with something a little bit different, or just make the plasma seeking effect better, which I'll get to next. But for now, we'll just finish off Swan with what remaining plasma bullets we have left. And as you can tell here, though he isn't quite hitting us, and we aren't hitting him very hard, we'll eventually get him killed. Now I'm worried that it'll do the anchor drop through here, but I wonder if his AI is smart enough to let him do that, because I have no doubts that he'd be able to hit me if he tried to do that. Maybe if we shoot him in the face. Does he poke his head through here? Well, it looks like there's a Brotherhood vertibird floating around, so maybe that'll distract him for a little bit. Probably not. Looks like he's all focused on me at this point, so not much point in the Brotherhood making much of a contribution to this. But there we go, we've finally managed to kill Swan. Took a while and many 5mm bullets, but they're about a dime a dozen, so you should find them nice and easily. Get rid of these bloody bears. There we go. Not in the mood for taking on bears today. Nah. Alrighty, so we'll augment this plasma seeking effect with something with the legendary effects, and we'll see what we can do then. What are they fighting? Who knows? Alrighty, so I've gone ahead and chucked the Furious effect on with this, so now it's a Furious plasma seeking minigun. Let's go shoot at this Deathclaw who one-shots me all the time and get our glorious revenge. But it looks like these Rad Scorpions feel like killing me this time, so that will get you guys out of the way before we take on the big target here. That was just an entree for the Furious plasma seeking minigun. So hopefully the Furious effect here will do lots of stacking and we'll be able to take out this Deathclaw nice and quickly. Although he is being hit by that Rad Scorpion over there, and that'll probably break the chain of the Furious stacking. So this might take a while until he kills that little Rad Scorpion over there. Okay, now it's go time. And we miraculously survived 2 hits. Wowee, that's a good job there. But now that he's right next to us, we'll go ahead and cower in this cave and insert a Skyrim joke here as we go ahead and shoot him in the kneecap for as long as possible. Now he's decided to run off. We'll come out of our hiding place and we'll try to shoot him. Hopefully we can get him before he gets us. His dodging animation and his bad AI lead him to die there, so take that, Todd Howard. Your AIs have failed you. So I think that's about it for the legendary plasma seeking minigun. So if you'd like to have this weapon in your game, be sure to check out the description. Mod links will be down there for all platforms. Now I should probably specify this. There is 2 versions of the mod. One is mod compatible, which means you can chuck it on mods, weapon mods that are outside the game, and the one of them allows you to stack them with regular legendary effects. Obviously I've got the latter for this one. But if, say, you've got a Scar H or something, would like to see a plasma seeking effect on it, you can go ahead and get the mod-compatible version, and it would allow you to equip that on any mod weapon you may find, such as your Scar H. So, good hunting if you do that, and thank you for watching, guys. You also take 29 rads per second standing in this pool, so the next time you see her, she might actually be a ghoul. And for some reason, when you die by radiation poisoning, you just drop dead. Like you've been shot. Makes sense.